He said concerning Ibn Taymiyyah, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, the Shaykh went on to mention that he had conflict with 3 different categories of people, and those people were the ones who manifested what was in the Islamic society at that time. So he did a lot of traveling. For the most part, he traveled from Damascus in Syria, and he went to Egypt. That's where he was going back and forth. And as it relates to Syria, Damascus, this was a very important place as it relates to the Islamic empire, the Islamic states at that time. So the first situation and group of people that he dealt with the people of Ahlul Kalam. Ibn Taymiyyah, he dealt with the people, and he had this conflict with the people of Al-Kalam, Ahlul Kalam. The Shaykh said, my meaning of Ahlul Kalam are the people who are philosophers, the people who have rhetoric, those people who are philosophers. And they were the Mu'tazila, and they were also the people who were the Jahmiyyah, these people of this ilk. And also from them were the group of the people who were the Asha'ira and the Maturidiyah. These people were some of the people of Al-Kalam that Ibn Taymiyyah had a lot of issues with, and he had to deal with them quite extensively. The Shaykh went on to say that another group of people, and from them, concerning them, the Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, when he had to refute people who were the Rawafid, people of the Mu'tazila, because they had more serious problems. He didn't deal with the Rawafid and he didn't deal with the Mu'tazila the same way that he dealt with the people of Al-Kalam, because they're not the same. One is more dangerous, one poses a bigger threat. So the Shaykh said he didn't deal with them the same. The second group of people and category of people are the people of opinions, Ahlul Ra'i, the people who just have the opinions. And the Shaykh said, the people of a taqleed, because we just mentioned yesterday in one of the talks that we gave yesterday about the 3 issues concerning this, the people of al-Ra'i. The first one was the people of a taqleed who do blind following. The second one, people of a ta'assub, the fanaticism and the fanatical people doing what they're doing. And then the daras and learning about the madhabs. He mentioned that in detail yesterday. He went on to mention, we explained that as it relates to a taqleed, the person may not have the ability and he doesn't have the utensils and the tools to come to understand how to do things and how to understand the things of religion. So what he has to do is he has to follow someone who he trusts in his religion, and he's not blameworthy because he doesn't have the ability. And we talked to you about the issue of a ta'assub and those people who are just fanatical in their positions. We told you that this is something that is madhmoom. It is not praiseworthy. It is something that deserves blame. As for studying the madhahib, we don't have any problem, as we mentioned yesterday, anybody studying the madhab, any madhab, whether it's the madhab of al-Imam Ahmed, the madhab of al-Imam Malik, the madhab of al-Imam Abu Hanifa, the madhab of al-Imam al-Shafi'i. If a person is going to make the daras and study the madhab as a means, the wasila, the means and the ways to arrive to the truth and what you're trying to understand in fiqh, say no problem. He's going to use the madhab as an ala. It's going to be a tool that would enable him to understand how position is going to. He said no problem. He said, as for studying the madhab, where you're going to have a ta'assub, you're going to be fanatical, where you're going to give the taqdeem, you're going to give people statements, precedence over what the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, in this case, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about these 3 things. You got to make that distinction. You have to understand it. Third group of people that Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, or he had to deal with, was the people of at-tasawwuf, Sufi people. And Ibn Taymiyyah, in having a clash with the Sufis, he used to make a difference, a distinction. He didn't treat everybody the same way. The Shaykh said, there were those people of at-tasawwuf that Ibn Taymiyyah saw them as people of zuhd, people of ibadah. They were aesthetic. They did a lot of worship. That was their goal and the objective. He dealt with them a particular way. And then there's another group The people of the Tasawwuf, the Sufis, who have khurafat, hocus pocus, that stuff. They have innovation.